Yo! what is good? Happy Friday to all of y'all. I'm Get Up. Hopefully y'all are doing A-OK. What's good? Welcome back to another Red Cup Talk. Salute to everybody's. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can hear me like that. Hold on. Hold on. We good now. It's just me in here today. It's just me in here. So let me just see. We good in here right now. You know, I just came from outside, though. You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared and you got to be protected. All right. Salute to everybody that's coming down in the building. We're going to have a fantastic conversation here today. And of course, I got to take that off as well, because how could it then be a Red Cup Talk? All right. Salute to everybody that's coming down in the building. We litty. Salute. Salute. First in the building, Baby. Salute, my G. Kenny, where Emily and Raven at? I want to validate them. Emily and Raven are staying in their COVID quarantine containers for right now. You see what I'm saying? So as you guys already noticed, I don't even have to say this, like, due to COVID, these live streams, as well as a lot of my videos, is just mostly being me up there because of this whole quarantine thing. But we're going to get into in a second. Some interesting things are starting to happen to the channel, but we'll touch back into it. But salute, Kenny. I appreciate you coming through. Washed Gamer. Let me answer this so we can move on to more pressing questions. Hell nah. We're going to talk about it. All right, we're going to get in there. Malcolm, what's good, my G? What's good? Peace to you, Lauren. How are you? Let me see. Who else we got down in here? As you guys already know, we're going to take the first couple of minutes to hope that the YouTube notification shows me some respect, because it's been not lately. Wash Gamer, so just got the notification. Okay, cool. Well, you did. Hopefully everyone else did. There's been some weird things happening on the channel recently. Salute to everyone that's coming down. Kenny B says, hell no. Anthony Golson, what's good? Sire, good to see you, my G. Absolutely. Nah, we're going to talk about it. Fidelic, how are you? What's up? EC, first time seeing you down in here. How are you? Sean Bill's in the building. Got to be in for the first hour, but rocking all night. Salute. Harmonic Living, I see you, my G. Manzi, I see you down in there. How are you, bro? Good to see you. Hope all is well in South Africa. Anyone else haircut wearing off? Yeah, yo, that's why I got the doobie on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. I did hit up my barber. You know what I mean? See if he does any home visits, you know? But I figured it might be a little irresponsible of myself, so I decided not to do it. At least for right now. We'll see in month 2 how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, how are you, my G? New profile pic. I see you. All right, we got a lot of new faces down in here. I'm saying Steven Sawyer, how are you? Oscaro, notification gang. Hi, Juan. Hell fucking no. I understand. Listen, we're gonna give the folks that's subscribe to this channel and has the alerts just a little bit extra time to get down in there. You know what I'm saying? And then shout out to the new lighting setup. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you remember like the lights that always used to appear in my eye? You don't see them anymore, right? Well, if I look up like this, you could still see them. So I added new lights to the setup. So normally you wouldn't be able to see it, but that's shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to all the donations. Shout out to my Patreon gang. We're going to get in it, though. I'm feeling good. Like the quarantine, like on one side of the coin, it's got me kind of like this. But on the other side of the coin, it has me really positive and thinking about a lot of different things in a lot of different ways that I think will really benefit each and every one of y'all. So salute to each and every one of y'all. Dr. B.O.A. What it is, brother MTR. Salute. Listen, if you guys don't know about Dr. B.O.A., go to his channel right now. Click subscribe, click alert. I low-key, like, if we have time, I want to go, and Dr. B.O.A., I hope you don't mind, bro. I want to go over there just and give him a taste test of the content that you have over there. You let me know if you're okay with me doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just go give him a taste test. That's the energy god over there. You see what I'm saying? But thank you, brother, so much for the $5 super chat. We A-okay. We all good over here. Wait a minute. Hold up. I just realized. Hold on. Oh, take that one down. It's Red Cup Talk. Okay. We got to do this correctly in order to get this started. Salute and cheers to each and every one of y'all. We got to do this thing correctly. You see what I'm trying to say? All right, so guys, listen, we might have some guests join us in the chat as well in a little while, but I wanted to take this conversation into a dope direction, okay? But I have some things that I want to hit on just real quick before we start to get into the conversation. And I got a list here too, just to make sure that I don't forget anything. First thing I want to say is a shout out to all my Patreon supporters. The growth up there has been amazing and fantastic. And it's weird to think that, you know, creating something in my crib, you know, and putting it out there for y'all to consume, and then having supporters and backers to make sure that I'm doing it on a relatively consistent and dope cadence has been a phenomenal experience. Shout out to all of y'all that come through on the live streams as well. I super appreciate all of y'all and the donations, and I just want to keep it funky. But my Patreon supporters, you already know the extra content that we got up there. I see a couple of y'all down in there. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to Malcolm. I see y'all down in there as well. You know, it's funny. One of my most recent Patreon supporters is actually somebody that I know and someone that I'm friends with. And I didn't know that he was watching the channel. Like, I actually hadn't talked to him like that since I started the channel. And then I saw him subscribe. Now, just to give you guys more of an idea of like the diversity that I have on this channel, he is married and has like 3 kids. And what he said is that the type of content that you're doing and the knowledge that you're sharing, like people like me and him, there's a lot of people that look like us that haven't had the upbringing, right? They haven't had the tutelage, right? They haven't had the opportunity to be course corrected in a fair and masculine way. So we said the type of content that you're doing, like, I'm going to be showing my young boys that. So, and to get message like that really means a lot to me. You see what I'm saying? So salute to all the Patreon supporters. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot to get all of that support. You see what I'm saying? Now, also switching topics real quick. Salute, everyone's coming in. Lord, I see you. Look at that. Patreon in the building. Wagwan from Jamaica. It's wavy, baby. I see you. Listen. So to round out this discussion, I also wanted to talk about real quick, guys. Now that we're in a quarantine, what's been happening is, you know, this channel, and I'm sure like a lot of the that y'all join, y'all like the dynamic and the conversations with a guest, whether male or female. But I would think mostly female, because you guys like to see how, you know, we pressure test red pill content in front of women, right? So I haven't been able to do that as much, and I've been thinking through how I can do that digitally. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it won't be the same value. So until further notice, you're going to see a lot more videos and contents that are coming up that are going to be specifically me doing it. And the beautiful thing about that is, like, I was actually very, I was nervous about doing it specifically just me and constantly uploading content. But I'd say the views that I've been getting is way higher now. It's just been me. It's crazy. So I wanted to get into it real quick on kind of the content that I've been uploading throughout the week. And let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation before we get into the main topic today. No, Watch Gamer. Hell no. I can't do. I'm not doing a 4 or 5 hour live stream tonight. Just FYI. You see what I'm saying? I cannot. We're going to aim for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. I cannot do a 4 hour live stream. I love y'all. I love to bang with y'all. But listen, I got other stuff that I got to do later tonight. I also have, there's a lot of dope things. Now that we're on quarantine, there's a lot of dope things from a business perspective that I've been thinking about as well. Like, we'll get into it. So I want to go through the video review for the week as folks are still coming into the channel. Let me see, stop screen. And let me get over there. Mediocre tutorials and reviews. All right. So taking a look at the content that has been uploaded throughout the week. So kicking it off with the chivalry is dead. That video was with Mo. Got 4.3 thousand views, which is, it's dope for me. You know what I'm saying? But I actually recorded that video, I want to say like 6 weeks ago. It's been on the Patreon for like 6 weeks or so. I just decided it was a good time to just start, posting that video. The next one, asking women, can a man say no to sex? Shout out to Big Money Badger. He's another YouTube creator. He's based out of Miami. I had a Patreon supporter send me his video, and I went down there and just reacted to it. And it was interesting to see the perspectives of young women and the differences of how their speech is policed when it comes to rape. Essentially, it's rape is what they were talking about verbally versus how men are policed for that as well. So I think you guys really enjoyed that content, at least my reaction to it. Feel free to go over to his channel and see the type of things that he's uploading. But I got 6.6 thousand views on that, which is a lot for me. Another one, this was at the end of last week. Some kids are fatherless because their mothers, what's this one called? Forgot already. Some kids are fatherless because their mothers want to prove a point. This one is upwards of 1,000 likes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Almost 15,000 views. You see what I'm saying? I think you guys really appreciated Chris Speaks, who was that content creator, as well as my reaction to it. So salute to her. Now, also what's been going on this week, I've actually been working with an editor to re-upload some of the content during the live streams. I know a lot of you guys can't stay on for as long as what you like to. So I've been working with an editor, as promised to my Patreon supporters, to start uploading some of that additional content. Okay, so did that at the top of the week. Now I did this video, and I knew uploading this video there was going to be a lot of irony. Okay, this was the Louis Farrakhan video. If they can't kill us, they try to feminize us. And I got a lot of y'all in there that, I still got a pretty good view count and like ratio or what have you. There was a lot of you guys in there that were not agreeing with me. And I actually think I should do a live stream on it eventually, not today, maybe tomorrow or something like that. And I would like to offer and invite anybody who has a completely different perspective than me to send me an email. My email is right down there in the description box down below. We can have a conversation in order to bring you on, because I feel like, I would be remiss if I don't bring on different perspectives, even when it has to deal with these types of content, in order to throw it up in the air, to understand it, hear each other's points, align on those points, and push the conversation forward. So feel free to send me an email, okay? If you have a different perspective, would love to talk about that particular content with y'all. You see what I mean? Because we not lemmings over here, okay? I've told you that before. We not lemmings. Not 100% of the things that come out of my mouth you guys are going to agree with, but it's okay. Disagree with me. Put it down in the comments, and let's have a discussion about it. You see what I'm saying? Now, kind of going back into the content of this week, all right? Another one I uploaded, how Red Pill Rage saved my life. And I truly, truly believe that it absolutely did. Okay, feel free to go take a look at that video to see the content within it. I think it should help some of the folks that have been dealing with the Red Pill Rage and kind of the negative aspects of not understanding balance, and how and the negative aspects of not being able to center that rage to enhance your masculinity. You see what I'm saying? Enhance your manhood. Okay. Now, the video this week that seems to be blowing up, this one I uploaded yesterday. This one comes from a content creator, Nappy Headed Jehovah. Here she go right here. And essentially it was a conversation about why she thinks black men don't go for her, being a black woman. Okay. I didn't know that this video was gonna get as many hits as what it is, and I got a lot of different opinions from women that's down in the comments, And I see you guys down in there with your points. Continue to do that because you guys already know it's a conversation. It's a discussion. But yeah, as soon as I posted this video, I didn't expect it to take off the way that it did, but it apparently is. What's also interesting about this video is that it's my first time doing math in a video. Okay. I actually started off the channel, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, doing reviews and tutorials, like technology tutorials. You know, like I might get out an Excel sheet and just show you how to do that. You see what I'm saying? The name retained, but the content of the channel is different. Okay. So to be able to go back and to use some of my analytic background and some of the shit that I do at work in order to push the conversation forward, I didn't know as many folks as following me would appreciate that. So that tells me that you guys are hungry for when I say things like, how do you rationalize, right? How do you use analytics to prove your point? So I'm actually thinking about what can I do as like a series of like how to show you, right? Because like I could show you how to, you know what I'm saying? I could give you the fish or I could teach you how to fish, right? And it's something to say, especially like if I look back at that video about Louis Farrakhan, right? I think in my view, in my eyes, my database mind, I need data in order to help me prove a point because I'm not feelings based. I am not feelings oriented, right? And if the logic doesn't make sense, in my mind, I can't make it make sense. But math makes sense, okay? So if you guys are looking for more tutorials on how to do that, we can absolutely do that. Leave me an email, leave me a comment if you guys want to see much more of that type of content, all right? Let me get back in there. Oh, and then that was pretty much it. All right. Salute to everybody that's coming down in the building. Hold on, let me take a quick swig, and then we're going to get into the topic of the video. Okay. All right. Let's get in it. And also, too, let me just check that I'm not missing nothing. Let's get into the content. Salute to everybody that's coming down into the building. All right. Let me bring it up. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Here we go. Let me make it bigger so you guys can know, love, and understand where this conversation is going to go. Okay, let's talk. Oh yeah, also too, shout out to everybody that comes through to the community post. You know, oh shit, I forgot. Hold up, let me get in there. What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with one more video. All right. Now we can begin, okay? Gotta clear the air. You see what I'm trying to tell you. All right, hold on. Okay. And shout out everybody real quick to the community post be popping, okay? On this, on what we about to do a video on, that one got 482 comments. That is insane. That's the most amount of comments I've ever gotten. But going back into it, I also asked a survey earlier this week. You know what I'm saying? This one has 680 votes about phrases that you guys like. Part of the masculinity one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to promise anything, but perhaps merch coming soon. You didn't hear that here. Okay. Anyway, getting back down into it. And then shout out to my Instagram. Actually, I totally forgot to shout this out. Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Use that if you want to go on my Instagram and then be able to send me content to react to. The post that I'm getting ready to react to and have a conversation with y'all about came from my Instagram. Okay. And then we had some other posts that we'll talk about at another time. Okay. All right. Enough stalling. We got enough people in here. Okay. Shout out to Sean Bills. I see you in the building, by the way. Okay. For sending over the heat. Patreon.com/MTNR. Okay. My girlfriend of 6 months has been out of work for the past 2 weeks. And she got word that she'll be laid off permanently. Okay. Now I'm assuming this is from the COVID situation. Okay. But let's continue. Let's move on. She asked me, could she move in with me? Okay. 6 months. She's been out of work for 2 weeks. And then she had the wherewithal. Let's say that. I don't want to appear biased. To ask, could she move in? Okay. I told her that I am not ready to share my home with anyone. She offered to pay half the bills. I declined. All right. One thing I'm gonna mention about the interesting component of the first half of this, and it's something to keep note. Number one, girlfriend of 6 months. That immediately stood out to me. Okay, that immediately stood out to me because time periods matter. Okay. The second thing is, first she asked if she can move in. Okay. Let me make sure that this is clear. First, she asked if she could move in. And then she asked, can she move in, but she'll pay half the bills. So there was like a level up in that. Okay. Let's move on. She then proceeded to ask me, could I pay her rent for the next month? I told her that I'm uncomfortable doing things that a husband should do for my girlfriend. But I told her that she could borrow $300. She says that I'm wrong for not helping her during her time of need. But that isn't the case in my perspective. She then says that she isn't sure she will continue dating me. Okay, listen, let's break down that second paragraph real quick so we're all clear. Okay, let's break down that second paragraph so we're all clear. So it's 3 asks. Okay, it's 3 asks. It's 3 asks. Okay, can I move in? No. Can I move in, but I'll pay half the bills? No. Then she says, can you pay my rent? Which tells me that if we're going up in the levels, the cost of her rent, probably not the bills, she's probably going to handle the bills, is more money to her than her paying half his bills. Let me repeat that because there's levels to this shit. So she's in a crib paying her rent and paying her bills. She then asks her significant other of 6 months, can I move in for free? Can I move in with bills paid? Okay. And then it's, can you pay my rent? It's the third level. The young brother on those 3 occasions declined. But what he didn't decline, okay, is that, oh, and mind you, he declined because he said he's uncomfortable. He says it's uncomfortable doing things that a husband should for his girlfriend, okay? But then he says, listen, you could borrow $300. Now, he didn't say this is a gift. I'm not going to give you a $300 gift. But what he said is you can borrow $300. I can loan you $300, meaning you have to pay me back. Now, honestly, let me make a distinction between those words because borrow to me means I give you 100, 300, you give me 300 back. Loan to me means I give you 300, you give me 300 back plus interest. That's what loan means to me. But he said borrow. Now, another key point of information within this is we don't know their salaries. Okay, this is very important as well. We do not know their salaries. We do not know how much she makes. We do not know how much he makes. Okay. Now, the last point within that paragraph that we have to talk about is now she says that she isn't sure she will continue dating. Okay. Okay. Now she isn't sure that she will continue dating him. Okay. Now, here's the question at hand. Okay, now that we're all clear and coherent, we're not reading different portions of this and focusing in on it, because I got to get you that guys all acclimated to the conversation first. Okay. So what he asked is in this post, and mind you, I've seen this. I was sent this post at least 4 times. Okay. And what I heard is that it went viral. I can't confirm or deny that. I didn't see the original place that it was posted, but I heard that a lot of people were talking about this. So what he says was at the end of it, am I in the wrong here, or is this another case of a woman feeling entitled? Is he wrong, or is this a woman's entitlement? Okay. Now, before I give you guys my perspective on this, I want you guys to be able to write down in the comment box down below. Answer that very simple question. Answer that very simple question. Okay. Was he in the wrong? Or is this another case of a woman feeling entitled? Okay. And along with your answer. So let's say you say yes. Let's say you say no. I want you in the comment box to answer. Okay. What would be your compromise? Maybe it wasn't $300, but what would be your compromise? Okay. I see a super chat just came in. Salute to Malcolm S. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, bro. If that's my girl of 6 months, I'd probably give her 300 or as much as I could without letting her move in. All right. So Malcolm says he would give her 300, which is different than borrow, which is different than loan. Okay. He would give her $300 after 6 months of dating. Salute, Malcolm. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Okay. I'm starting to see some answers come down in here as well. I'm starting to see, yes, he was wrong. I see entitled. Menzi, salute to you. Not wrong. Let women move in with me. She says she was going to share expenses, had to get the cops to get rid of her. Jesus. Menzi, I want to know, how long did you know her? Okay. I want to know that, Menzi. Okay, I'm starting to see some other responses coming in. I'm seeing nope. Let me see what else we got coming in. I'm seeing Malcolm saying he wasn't wrong at all. Blake says, if I'm not your husband, I'm not doing husband shit. Facts. Lord says, I'll loan her 300. Sean Bill says, I'll help you find a job. Maybe I'll help you. Maybe help you with rent as a borrow. That's it. He is not wrong. There is some level of entitlement. It's a fantastic question, which is the reason why so many people were talking about it. Okay. Now, before this stream, I reached out to some of my female co-hosts, and I presented this very same question. Some of them might end up calling in. I don't know. We'll see. I asked them this very same question, and here is an argument from their perspective. I'm just going to interject this in. I'm going to throw this in as an additional way to stir the pot. Salute, Quincy. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, my G. I didn't see if you said yes or no, bro, but thank you so much for the donation. Here's what was said, okay? And it's specific to the second paragraph. Okay. in the sense that when she says that I'm in the wrong from not helping her out during her time of need, but that isn't the case in my perspective. She says that she isn't sure she will continue dating me. Okay. Now, here was the co-host's argument, was that if you are getting in a relationship with the purpose of getting married, you want to essentially check if the person is marriage material. Okay. You want to see what actions are they putting into place to show that they are marriage material. Okay. Here was my argument back, because I said, fine. I said, you know what? I get that. Okay. I to a point, I get that. I get that, because I tell you guys that same thing on the channel, in a sense of when you're looking to the left and the right, who's in your energy field? Who's in your force field? Because it matters. What actions are they doing to show that they deserve to be there? Because it matters. Here's the point. It's at the top. My girlfriend of 6 months. I repeat, my girlfriend of 6 months. Time matters. Time matters. I say that again because it's important. I don't think, in my humble opinion, there's a lot of steps that have to be taken up to the point of assessing someone if they are good for marriage, if that's what you want to do, at the 6-month point. Okay. I don't think that it's fair to do that at 6 months. And I would argue that she was leveraging that she doesn't want to continue dating him. And let's say that she was doing it in the right mind of, you know, he's not someone that I would probably marry because he didn't help me in my moment of need. Okay. That early in the game. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that that's fair. I think it's easy to toss it out that, like, well, you're not doing it at this particular junction, so you'll never do it. I don't think that that was on the young brother's mind. I think that what's on the young brother's mind is, listen, I get it. You're going through something, you know, that is crazy stressful, but I'm an independent man and you're an independent woman. You remember that? I'm an independent man. This is 2020. You're an independent woman. Okay. This is a relationship of 6 months. Okay. If you're going to shit test me this early, right, in order to understand what value that I am for marriage, I think that it's too early to do it based on this one thing. Now, here's another component that we don't know. How much money is $300 to him? Okay. How much money does he make? How much money does he have? How much money does he have in his emergency fund? Okay. Okay. What do his bills look like? What does his operating expenses look like? How significant is the $300 to him? Maybe he's in a position where $300 is a lot. It's a lot different. Okay. If you making 500 racks a year and then someone asks you for $300 because it's 0.001% of your total income. So you're in a different, $300 to you is equivalent to a normal dude dropping a nickel on the ground. Okay. Maybe a quarter. All right. I don't have Google Sheets out in front of me. I can't do the math, but trust me, I would if I had the time. Okay. Salute to Transcending with P. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat, my G. Don't kick her while she's down, bro. Give it a 300. Uncle Phineas, I see you, my G. Uncle Phineas be going in on the comment sections, by the way. Hopefully you guys are reading his comments. Money is money. I agree with you, my G. However, money is money. I agree with you because it's still $300 that he could still use to do something amazing with, right? But at the same time, the decision that he has to make is it's a different there's different things that are weighing or anchoring him down within that decision if money is not an object to him. Okay. Me making $500,000 a year is a lot different than a lot of people making $500,000. That's not what I make, by the way. Not even close. just FYI. But I'm a minimalist, right? So me being a minimalist, 500,000 to me, I'm not living up with the Joneses. So to me, it's a drop in the bucket. It's literally a nickel on the ground. So I will consider it differently. Now, I think what's also important to understand is, hold on, I'm seeing some of the comments come through. Hold up, you guys are in here right now. Women wouldn't give $300 how much money they make. That's an interesting point. If the roles were flipped, if this whole situation was a man asking a woman to move in, a man asking a woman to pay her bills, a man asking a woman, yada, 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 yada. I want you guys to leave a comment what the response from the black woman operative would be. I want you guys to leave that response of what you think that would be. Okay. Do you think guys will be up on social media making videos talking about how wrong this is? Do you think guys would do that? Write that down in the comment box as I'm looking through and talking about this. Salute to Johnny Van Johnson. Thank you so much, my G, for the $10 super chat. If they've been dating for 6 months, that really means she's been dating him for 6 months. He cut out his other chicks off at the 3 months and really only been with her for real, 3 months. You can't move in that soon. Salute, bro. And you know, another point is too, with this whole COVID situation, we don't know when this shit's going to be over. Actually, in the state that I live in right now, they just extended it till May, early May, that everybody has to work from home. So you don't even know when it's going to end. So if she's coming to live with you, okay, if she's coming to live with you, you don't know when she'll be able to, you know what I'm saying? And then once she lives with you, she's already there. So she's going to drag her feet on, you know what I'm saying, trying to find a different avenue, right, to rock with, another apartment to rock with. She's going to drag her feet. Now, also, let me just go back down and see what other comments that are coming down in here. You know what's interesting? I don't think that there would ever be, I couldn't see any dude content creators getting up on here like, yo, listen, yeah, let her move in, like women ain't right, da 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 da. Like I really and genuinely cannot see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to the other side of the coin here in a second. Because I do have I got other views as well, but we got to hit this conversation in the best way we know how, especially too, because, you know, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of things that we tend to do with our finances that have a short-term benefit or outcome, but we haven't considered the long-term implications in a way to understand what will leave the man in the situation the most happy that they could have been, or the best decision, or the least risky. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like these are weird times right now, and people are operating under duress, heavy duress, right? So I'm not the one to say don't help them at all, but her rules of engagement are a little off. Actually, they're very off. What it should have been to me is you can put an offer on the table with conditions, okay? Because you don't want to enable behavior that is not advantageous for yourself. That's what you don't want to do, okay? I'm gonna give you guys another story real quick. Let me just read some of the super chats. That's actually a good point. Another point I wanted to bring up too, you know what I'm saying, is he says girlfriend is 6 months, but you don't know how long that they knew each other before that, right? Were they friends for 6 months before that? Were they friends for 5 years before that? Like, did they just know of each other, or literally they went on a date and then on date 2 they just decided to be in a relationship? I think that time matters as well in assessing the content of their character. I think because at the end of the day, like what I was saying before, in enabling people, you have to understand the content of their character. Like if you know someone that doesn't have the capacity to pick themselves up after a while, or if you know someone that is heavily in credit card debt, man or woman, and they're asking you for a loan, you have to understand the likelihood. You have to understand the likelihood that you're going to get a return, bumper return on an investment, whether or not it's a loan or you're borrowing, but just a return period. Okay. Just a return period. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story as well. Salute, Johnny Van Johnson. Good to see you back in here, my G. You guys are apparently getting the notifications now, so we can talk about it. Okay. Fellas, it's the principle of it. I guarantee that she's got the other simps to trick. The mind of a woman is like this. Your bag is my bag, and my bag is my bag. She will not reciprocate charitable acts. Salute, JT Cavett II. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Listen, there is a Menzie, until May. It's crazy. Beginning of May, we have all work from home order, right? Only essential business order in the state that I live in America. Anyway, there's an assumption and an idea that as a man, you're supposed to help the woman out, like irrespective of the situation. And to a degree, if you're considering in a long-term relationship or a marriage, that you feel like that you want to get married to somebody, then there's things that you have to do to show that you are worth that salt. I do agree with that. The 6 month in, and then also the layers to it. Oh, can I move in? Okay, well, can I move in and then pay the bills? Okay, well, all right. Well, can you give me money for my rent? Like, it's like not on his terms. And that's my thing. Like, as the dude in the situation, you have to make sure that it's on your terms. If you choose to do that, depending upon your particular situation, whether or not it's your girlfriend, whether it's not your homeboy, whether it's not a family member, okay, you have to do it on your terms. That's what men do. They do it on their terms, not anyone else's terms, okay? Salute, JT Cavett II. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my G. All right. He'd be a band bum Negro. I'm trying not to curse anymore. I keep on getting demonetized. To her, if roles were reversed. That's what I think. I think absolutely the roles were reversed. Man, they'd have his picture posted all over social media talking about bum at alert. Like facts, there's like an expectation that we got to pick ourselves up by the bootstraps. You see what I'm saying? But to be 6 months in, I think that, there's other ways that she should have probably went than the person that she's been within in a 6 month relationship. And I would imagine it's not a 6 month relationship where she's there every single night and has a key. You see what I'm saying? They're just getting into the thick of it, and he likes his space. Okay. And postured up appropriately, in my opinion. Okay. I don't want to be too biased over here, but that's my opinion. Salute to the super chats that are coming in. Gary Grant, thank you so much for the 5 Canuck bucks. Hold on. It is Red Cup talk. You gotta throw the pinky up on y'all sometimes, you know what I mean? Some good shit. Thank you so much, Gary Grant, for the 5 Canuck bucks. If you are with someone that needs money or a place to live, from you within 6 months of dating, end that relationship right away. Salute, Gary Grant. Thank you so much for the 5 Canuck bucks. Yeah, I think it's the time period. I think that's what the general consensus of the community and the live stream. And listen, we'll get into the community chats as well, because like I said, there's almost 500 comments on that. And I want to get to at least in the first couple, the top comments, the top voted comments, so we can also take a look at those from their perspectives as well. But here's the thing, guys. Here's if I had to guess here's part of the contradiction. And also, too, shout out to 911 Baby Goat. I don't know if he's down in the building right now. 911 is married. And one thing that he shared to me is when he chose to, and when I say me, it was actually on a live stream, but he chose, one of the reasons that he knew that his wife, that he wanted to be in a relationship with his wife for the long term, was that when he was at his most broke, she stepped up to the plate and provided for him at that particular junction of his life, which I think was a key nugget, because if they show you that action, then you know that they're not there for things that are temperamental, dependent upon how successful that you're in life. You see what I'm saying? So it'd be good to get Baby Ghost's perspective. I'm not sure if he's in here right now. So I don't know, but I thought it was a good place to take that conversation. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Gary Grant. Uncle Phineas, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my G. Nothing is wrong with helping women out, but women who cannot pay their rent usually never pay for their rent totally. Some just go from one trick to another. Uncle Phineas always coming through with the fantastic points. Let me comment on that as well, and I still want to share that story with you guys. And honestly, I was actually thinking about having a bag talk conversation with you guys today. What I was thinking about doing was going through my Robinhood account just to show you guys how to use it, because I felt like that I posted the Robinhood link for you guys to sign up, and then you guys all signed up for it, and appreciate all of y'all for signing up for it, because you got a free stock. I got a free stock link down in the description if you still want to get on that. But I wanted to go through my Robinhood account to show you guys how to use it, because I feel like a lot of you guys may not know how to use it. Okay. But I wanted to talk through kind of one of the videos that I uploaded this week. And it's, we're going through a pandemic right now. We're going through a crisis. It's legit a crisis. It's a worldwide crisis. United States right now has the highest infection rate, right? And one of the things that we start to see, and we talk about on the channel, is this idea of rebalancing. It's shifting and rebalancing a lot of the things that have become normal place after a 10-year financial bull run, okay? This is when you start to get a lot of these independent ideas. And I talked about in one of my videos, it's, when you're winning, every time you throw that die, you start winning. You begin to say, I don't need anyone with me because I can do it on my own. Now, from a financial perspective, what this rebalancing is doing is also helping people understand how they are making financial decisions, okay? And within that, one of the things that I vie for on this channel, actually a lot of different financial channels that I look for, is that you should always have emergency funds, okay? That should be one of your first goals in this thing called wealth building, is you should have an emergency fund of 6 to 8 months legit on smash. I have more than that, okay? I have more than that. And it's for situations like this, a crisis, a pandemic, medical, okay? Something happens. You have to always be prepared. Now, what was shown to me in this particular post, she didn't have a plan. She didn't have a way out. All she had was the relationship that she was currently in, and that's where she went first, okay? This is not the correct way that I try to instruct you guys to live. Always have a backup plan. Because if you don't, that's not strategy. If you don't, you're playing checkers and you're not playing chess in life. You're not doing the correct things in order to win at life, because now that she's come across this, have you guys heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? The first layer of Maslow's needs, one of those is shelter. Another one is safety. Now she could have been all the way at the top at self-actualization, but at the point that her safety and her shelter, it can be removed from her, she's all the way down at the bottom. Bump self-actualization, bump love. She's trying to figure out shelter and safety and where to sleep at night. Okay. You don't want to be in that position. So that's one of the main things that I try to teach on this channel from a financial perspective. What are the things that you are doing to make sure if doo-doo hits the fan, how prepared are you? What this young lady is showing is that she's not prepared. So if you want to be in a long-term relationship with somebody, that's a nugget of information. She's not prepared. And I get it. We all have different situations. She could have just came out of school, been a ton of in debt, just starting up her life. But that's a data point that you have to take into account, whether or not she's been doing it for 10 years. And then now all of a sudden she goes without a paycheck and then her shit, it gets real for her. Or she just got out of school and then she's coming to you with a similar ask. There's a lot more data beyond this post that you have to consider. Salute, Uncle Phineas. I appreciate you, my G. Yeah. Women who cannot pay their rent, I mean, that's men or women, cannot pay it ever in totality. Salute, Uncle Phineas. I don't know what the likes are doing on this channel, but best believe go up there and throw a like on the channel for your boy. Okay, I said channel, I meant video. Salute to everybody that's down up in here. Let me go back down. I saw a couple of extra super chats come in. Actually, I agree 100%. MT. Oh, Lord, what's good? Yeah, we got ladies on the channel that absolutely agree with me. I don't know what part you agreed to me, because I was at 8:50. What time is it right now? 8:57. Well, thank you for agreeing with me. Okay. I'm assuming it's that 6 months is probably not a lot of time. I'm assuming that that's to that. Lauren, you let me know. Okay. Thank you so much, Lauren, for the $10 super chat. Always appreciate the support. Okay. Shout out to Mark B. Wait, hold up. I forgot I have a soundboard. I forgot I had a. Salute to Mark B. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. We're going to drink to that. Cheers. Wow. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to the new lighting, by the way. I want to show you guys something real quick. Look at this. Look at this. I got this hooked up. The light is over here, but I got this hooked up to this keyboard over here. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, it's brighter now. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. It's darker now. Sorry. Technology. I love it. Okay, Mark. 6 months is the magic number. And they would start to show their true colors. Homie stood his ground and did the right thing. Keep up the good work, my G. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate the $20 super chat. Dropping a Patreon link down there as well. Salute, brother. 6 months is what did it for me. Okay. If this was a conversation at, I don't even want to say a date because I don't even know. It's different for each person. But 6 months is just too early. It's just too early to consider the moving in. I get it. But the thing is, if you as a dude, you should make the terms. It's not her making the terms and then saying, well, I'm not going to date you no more because you cannot financially be here for me. In my opinion, would love to see some folks that do not agree. Salute to Dr. BOA. She wants an alpha male who has beta trick tendencies. She wants a backbreaker who be faithful. She wants you to help her meet, most anyway. Salute, Dr. B.O.A. Listen. This whole tricking thing, and I hear a lot of people talking about, it's not tricking if you got it, da 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 da. But the thing is like, and also to Uncle Phineas's point earlier, money is money. Money is money. It is. Money is money. And we don't know in this situation his salary, right? We don't know his economic standing. We don't know how significant $300 is to him. Okay. And even if he gave her $300, well, then what does that mean for the next month? And then the month after that? Because you was about to move in. What is, $300? Let's say like you have a roommate. Let's say she has a roommate and she's paying like $500 for rent. And then the two other roommates are paying, $500. So that's $1,500 a month in rent, bills, what have you. So he gave her $300, and then she comes up another $200. What's going to happen after that? She's probably going to ask for another $300, and then it just continues. And here's the thing as well, and I want to talk about this as well, because here would be my answer. Salute to Quincy. Thank you much. Thank you so much, Quincy, for the $5 super chat. Okay. Hold on. I'm missing some of the super chats and shit. Hold on. Okay. Here was going to be a component of my response for it. Okay. And I think it goes back to conditions. Okay. If I give you money, and you may have a crazy situation. Let's say the situation was her family is non-existent. She's out on her own. In the 6 months that I've seen her within and around me, she's shown incredible financial acumen. I don't think in this brother's post, the way that he wrote it is the reality, or at least my reality that I'm currently speaking. I don't think that it is. The way that she kind of layered question on top of question and is just asking, I think that's what Dr. BOA is saying. I think she's looking for a provider, a beta male provider. Okay, let me make this brighter. I feel like it got darker in here. I think that's what's actually happening. But let's say that her back is completely up against the wall. She's new in her career, just started working experience. Her back is completely up against the wall and everything, the whole nine. And she has, and you taking the data points of how she deals with financial situations. Okay. What I tell you guys from the beginning, ever since I got up here, we're talking about the data points. Okay. What are the data points? What is the data? What does the actions show you? Okay. If you have all of those things, then I say you can give because then you're not enabling. You're not enabling the incredibly bad behavior, but you can give with conditions. You understand what I'm saying? You can give with conditions. Now, whatever those conditions are, you make it your conditions. You make it up to you. Okay? You make it up to you. Now, one might say the conditions could be, okay, I'm gonna give you the 300, but I want 300 back in 2 months with interest. That can be the condition. That can be the condition. Okay? I can't be absolute in this because I think reading a post of 2 paragraphs is not enough information to say give or don't give. I think that there's far more information that you have to take in order to assess the situation. And as a man, we should be level setting what are the appropriate data points to capture to determine that she's worthy of conditions. Okay. Now, okay, I see Malcolm saying you charging your girl interest. Come on now. I'm just saying it's the conditions. The conditions can also be, now mind you, like Lauren is saying, 6 months. It's just too damn early. That's why you got to put conditions. Okay, so you're not losing out. Maybe it's interest with a promissory note. Okay, maybe the condition is I give you 300 for the next month. I am not cooking for myself. Okay, I am not going to cook for myself. You come over and you show my stove respect. You decide on the amount of days per week. Conditions, okay? Because you're exchanging money for time, okay? You're exchanging money for time. See, for me, I love that idea because I don't have a lot of time and I don't like to cook. I can cook. Of course, I've been living on my own for the last 15, 16 years, okay? Ever since I was 18, I've been living alone. Okay. And I just don't like to. I just don't like to. Let me go back up and acknowledge some of these super chats. I know I missed a couple. Quincy, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. My G. Dog eat dog. Best advice is neither to be dating. Best advice is for neither to be dating each other. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to tell people not to date. I think 6 months is definitely. Oh, Mr. Precise, I see you down in there. Salute, Mr. Precise, another Patreon supporter. Salute to you, my G. I see you supporting on some shit. What my goddamn soundboard at? Thank you, my G. I appreciate it. You know, let's help people understand the benefits of supporting. Okay. Salute. I'm not gonna tell people not to date, but I do think like after 6 months, if she gives you those conditions and you're not giving her any conditions, red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Okay. Hey, the Beat Star. What's good, my G? Salute. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Okay. Thank you, bro. Let me go. Let me see. The Legend of Salmonella? Salmonia. I'm just joking. Peace to you. Solo sent me here. Love the content. Peace, my G. Appreciate you, my G. And salute to Solo as well. You see what I'm saying? Solo's an OG in the game. You see what I'm saying? Maybe I'll go back on his channel as well and react to some of his content. He did a video this week. Shout out to Solo. He did a video this week where he got I'm saying young, but I don't know how old she was. He had a woman on his show that has an OnlyFans account, and she has a husband. Yeah, and I was trying to find in my little bit because I was editing videos at the time. In my little bit of time in there, I was trying to figure out, is she showing her insides on the OnlyFans or like what is she doing? But usually if it's an OnlyFans, it's sexually suggestive content. I've actually been thinking about doing something relatively similar because I have someone in my network that has an OnlyFans type of account. And then she's married as well. But I know that she doesn't show her guts on whatever this account is. So, but it's sexually suggestive and they make money. I mean, 5 figures is what she told me. Okay. Crazy. You know, it's crazy that, you know, we have a space for men to talk about the realities of world, but then we have so many that are so ill-informed. Like what? You're gonna pay for porn? It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense, especially now. What? Doesn't make sense to me. Thank you, bro, for the $2 super chat. All problems are solutions. I see you. Slapping that motherfucker on the way in. I'm trying to stop cursing. Okay. I'm like bleeping myself. Salud, my G. All right, let me go back down into the bottom of the chats. Hold on. Am I missing anything? Krista Ellis. Salud, my G. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Respect my store. Salute, my G. That's what it is. Put some respect on my stove. Let's talk about exchange. Let's talk about conditions. Shout out to Bovine. You see what I'm saying? There has to be conditions, no doubt. Listen, 6 months in, ain't no free lunch. You know why? Because I've done everything in my power to work as hard as I can to make sure that I'm good. Anything can happen at any given time. Anything can happen to each of us. You know what's funny? I was actually thinking about earlier. Okay, now today, in this day and age, we're going through Corona. Now that we're going through this pandemic shit, it is specifically affecting businesses that are non-essential. Okay, because outdoor businesses that are non-essential, meaning you have to go out to the public, because a non-essential business like Netflix is gaining subscribers because so many people are at home in the house. But non-essential public businesses, hairdressers, barbers, personal trainers, all of that shit, it is gravely affecting us. But let's say that the crisis was this. Let's say that the crisis was they attacked the grid, like the internet grid, and all internet goes down. Okay, let's say that was the crisis, and let's say for 2 months we all had no internet. Let's just say that was the particular crisis. Okay, which I think would actually be a crisis. A lot of y'all will be going insane, including myself, would be going insane. Okay, now what I do for my 9 to 5, I would be greatly affected. I would be greatly affected. Okay, greatly. And the roles would be flipped. It would be the non-essential public businesses. Their revenue would skyrocket because you couldn't stay at home with your Wi-Fi and do whatever you do on a Friday, Saturday, even throughout the week. You'd have to go out for entertainment. Bars, restaurants that are currently suffering right now will go through the roof. Right? Again, would I work? What I do? It would be flipped on its head. And in fact, I might be on the chopping block at the place that I work with to be let go. Right? Now, if that was to happen, and this is what I try to tell you guys, you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. Okay? Because you just don't know. Now, the chances of ish happening is relatively low to this scale and this magnitude, but you have to be prepared. If you're not prepared, then that means that you're not ready. And the component in this channel is dedicated to helping you understand the components of preparedness. Okay? I go on changes from time to time. I apologize. Salute everybody that's coming out into the chat, into the building. We're doing one more Red Cup talk. All right. I'm going to ask you guys a quick question that has nothing to do with the content, has nothing to do with the chat. I just want to ask you guys, this is a quick survey. Okay. Because as you guys know, I like to incorporate you on my channel because I would not be here if it wasn't for you. That's why I do like the surveys on the community post or what have you. Quick question. Okay. You see this banner up here where it says MTNR, Red Cup Talk. Do you like that better? That's choice A. Or do you like the old one better? Right here. With this going. This is choice 2. Put a 2 in the chat if you like this better. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't bang with that and you bang with the Red Cup Talk right here. Again, put a 1 in the chat if you like this better. I'm going to go back later and I'm going to review this, but I just thought I'd survey you guys real quick. Put a 1 in the chat if you like this one better. Put a 2 in the chat if you like this one better. Okay. I'm going to keep this up. I'm going to keep this one up for right now. Oh shit. Hold on. 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, a lot of ones. Okay. Got a 2. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. One is the winner. I'm actually thinking about making one smaller. Okay. I'm actually thinking about making it smaller because I don't like how I don't like how it's like cutting my head off a little bit. I think it's getting darker in here. Hold on, let me turn this up. Yeah, I don't like how it cuts my head off. So I'll keep it, but I'll make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Yeah, a 3. No, there is a 3. Here's 3. Nothing. That's 3. Okay, nothing. But I feel like you gotta have branding like a little bit to it, okay? I feel like you gotta have a little bit. I feel like 3 should lose automatically, but that's 3. Salud. I'll keep this one up for right now. Yeah, I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make it smaller. I see the comments down in there. Yeah, you're right, bro. You right. Okay, let me go back up to the super chats. Dog eat dog. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my G. This is my dinner, by the way, too. I've been eating too much now that this corona. I've been eating way too much, so I'm drinking shakes for for dinner now and shit. Gotta chase it though. Shout out to Dog Eat Dog. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my G. The situation is interesting after the convo about that woman not wanting to pay a man reduced rent to live in his house. They want to be in control. My thoughts exactly. That's why I have a problem with the time period one and on her terms. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If you want to provide for them, make it your terms. Okay. So I saw some comments earlier that was saying, you know, is he a beta? Is he and honestly, like, I hate those terminologies, by the way. I hate to just put someone down into a box or a bucket. Okay. I don't generally like to do that, but we'll say that because a lot of people can understand that from a reference perspective. Okay. So my thing is that he's declining based off of wanting space, right? And having her respect his space. But I think the part in here that can use a degree of enhancing is him understanding that it's on his terms and recognizing, okay, maybe she needs some help depending upon the data that he has in, whether or not she's a good spender, whether or not, you know what I'm saying, how well that she treats him, whether or not his understanding of how valuable that she is in his life and ascertaining the long-term benefit of having her in his life, then he can make the terms with the conditions. You see what I'm saying? But have it be his terms. That's the one part that I think that can use a degree of enhancement. Okay. Salute, doggy dog. I appreciate the $5 super chat yet again. Salute, baby. Go. I didn't know you was down in here, my G. I think a man should have at least a year's rent and utilities in the savings at all times. Facts. Never touched until absolutely needed. Salute, bro. My thoughts exactly. You know what I'm saying? I say 6 to 8 months, but I don't do 6 to 8 months. I have over a year. Okay. A lot of people might say that that's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. You could put it in other things. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I'll be okay. Right. But at any given time, I can move it. Okay. I can move it. And I have that net that I don't have to ask anybody. My pops, my mother, nobody. That's one thing that I solidified within my soul. I've never, ever asked anybody for money, ever. And you shouldn't either. When I was piss poor broke in college, I never asked. When I tell you guys, and maybe I'll have some of my undergrad fellas up here, there was something about my ego I could not ask anybody. At the same time, if you were to ask my friends from undergrad, they might call me a Jew. I was a bit frugal, thrifty. You see what I'm saying? I never forget it. Like my senior year, okay, because I did 4 years plus an extra semester. Okay, I did 4 years plus an extra semester. My final year, I found a bed to sleep on. Okay, I found a bed. I found it near a dumpster. And I picked up that bed from the dumpster. Actually, I was talking to my homeboy in a fraternity that I pledged in. And I was talking to him like, yo, I ain't even got a bed, da-da-da-da-da. And I was talking with him and he was like, yo, there's actually a bed that I'm looking at outside my window by this dumpster. It's like a legit, it's just the box spring. It was just the box spring. And I'm like, say word, go stand by the dumpster. I'll be down there in 15 minutes. Okay. Went, took the bed, put it on the top of the I don't remember what car we had at the time. Was holding the bed, didn't even have like string or rope or nothing, like was just holding the bed like me and my mans. We was just holding the bed all the way back to the crib, bringing in. And what I did is I slept on the couch for like 3 days, but during those 3 days, I was like sanitizing the hell out of the house. I had the bleach, I had the Windex, like I'm just sanitizing the hell out of it the best that I could. And then after 3 days, you know what I'm saying? I brought it into my room and I began to sleep on it. I put like a sheet on top of it. You see what I'm saying? And then I slept on it. It's the bed that I had for that final semester. And you know what? It was comfy as shit. It was comfy as shit. Facts. Ask any of them. They'll tell you. I should have some. Actually, I talked with one of them not too long ago. I should have them on the channel. I think it'll be good for story time. You see what I'm saying? Let me go up here and say what up to some of these super chats just real quick. Shout out to the legend of Salmonia. Fucking me up with that shit. I expect the unexpected. I feel you, bro. You should always be prepared. Should always be prepared. Listen, if you guys are listening to me talk right now and you feel like the things that I'm saying, you're like, oh, I should work on that. Oh, yeah. Okay, I haven't been putting my eye on that particular component. Okay. If you're feeling like that, take stock and write those things down and focus on them. Okay. Always expect the unexpected. Always expect it. Shout out to Bovine Breed. I've been a trainer for years and I took a little hit. Yeah, salute to all the personal trainers. And I think like this goes back to the idea of diversifying your funds, right? Or diversifying what you bring to the table, right? Because online trainers are not suffering as much, right? If you're if you are completely a in-person trainer and you have not previously considered online training, and this situation is hit, you will take a hit. You will take a hit. You see what I'm saying? And I would encourage you to think about your business model and think about, okay, how should I be diversifying or reallocating my time to mitigate the risks? You see what I'm saying? How do I mitigate the risk? But yeah. Thank you, bro, for the $4 super chat. Let me go back down. I'm seeing some super chats come in. Let me make sure. Bovine says, one looks more advertised and probably will get you more super chats. #brand. I'm working on my branding, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did a little survey on. Let me bring it back up real quick just to make all the folks that's coming in that had not seen what I was going through earlier. I did like a little survey where I'm talking. Where'd it go? Okay, here it is. Pick your favorite word or phrase that I use on the channel. Part of the masculinity got the highest. It's funny. The clap, what up, YouTube? Like That's like a love-hate thing. Like some people love it and some motherfuckers hate it. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep on doing it because I like to do it. Okay, it's a part of the channel now. But yeah, the branding is real. You know, I may come up and work on some merch for y'all that has to do with that. Okay, I may need to do that. Okay. But salute to the branding. Okay, and my team that I'm building behind scenes in order to help me understand where we're going. Okay, salute to the movement. So what frat did you join in underground? Alpha Phi Alpha, which is gonna be an entire video. It's gonna be an entire, like that one. I'll probably that one's gonna be an entire video. Okay, you know, when I think about like lessons during those years of my life, it was two big lessons. It was the situation that made me red pill. Okay, the last relationship that I was in 15, 16 years ago. And it was my fraternity story. Facts. It was my fraternity story. I can't wait to get into that story with y'all. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be good for the channel. I think it's gonna be good to talk about. Salute to Demetrius. Para, thank you so much. Salute my G Patreon supporter. Got the Patreon gang in the building. Salute Demetrius. Put your house first, guys. You will be holding the L if it fails. Facts. Even if it's to help a woman you're in a relationship with. Facts. Listen, one of the videos I did earlier this week was, you know, how Red Pill Rage saved my life. And one of the things that I talk about on that video is one of the things that I learned is me first. How do I be selfish with me first? Because I was focused too much on appeasing them. You feel me? I was focused too much on seeing how they're doing when I have not built up me first. When I did not understand me first. I'm too busy trying to understand her wants, her needs, her this, her that. What about me? And you know, the thing is that we get really caught up in the idea that, oh, you're older than 18, so you're a man now. As if passing the arbitrary line of 18 makes you psychologically a man. There's a lot more to learn. You're in the beginning stages. You're legally a man. Legally a man, but we see far too many men that are immature in their thinking. Okay? A lot of y'all were immature in y'all thinking before you came across the channels like I have. Okay? But there's nothing to be ashamed of with that. We're all on a learning journey. Even myself, I'm still on a learning journey, which is why this is discussion-based content and not I am just directing something to you. I know a lot of shit. Been around the block a little bit, but that's why. Salute to Demetrius Parma. I appreciate you, my Jew. Thank you so much again for the $20 super chat. That's what it's about, guys. You know what I'm saying? Put your house first. Listen, I'll tell you guys another quick. Oh, actually, I had another story to tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you the story in a second. Another thing is that on my journey for financial wellness and independence, another thing that people are looking at me like I'm crazy is that I'm putting a lot of my extra funds in my mortgage because I don't own it right now. Okay. You know, when people like they show you all of the, oh yeah, I just bought a home. 99% of those people are not, you know, they're buying the home, but they're really putting the down payment on a mortgage. So if they don't pay, they're gone. There's a lot of people right now that are underwater because of their mortgage, probably also combined with living up with the Joneses, also probably combined with not allocating their assets appropriately. Okay. But here's the thing. Imagine if you don't have to pay for your place to live and this pandemic happens or another crisis happens. Imagine that. Imagine truly owning it and all you have to pay is taxes. Okay? No mortgage, just taxes. Now, the return on my investment, if I put it into a money market account, if I put it into a mutual fund, if I put it into whatever, ETF, EFTs, exchange traded fund, ETFs, I get it confused. EFTs is something different. Excuse me, ETFs is something different. If I put it into those, yes, I can potentially get a higher rate of investment on my return. But the beauty of not owning on your residence is something that we don't talk enough about in the community because it appears so unattainable for us. But I'd argue it appears unattainable because we don't put it on the forefront as much. Okay? We use our assets for other things, or excuse me, our revenue for other things, irrespective of the benefit it can generate us. Salud, D. Again, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Let me see. Lauren. Shout out to Lauren. That sounds familiar. So I know Lauren from my undergrad days. So yeah, so she knows. So I'm assuming she said that back when I was talking about the bed that I had. Lauren and I went to we were in the same undergrad together. So she's confirming that I slept, that I was sleeping on someone else's bed that I found at a dumpster. It is what it is. Salute, Lauren. I appreciate the support. I really and truly do. Shout out to the Patreon. I gotta talk about it real quick. You see what I'm saying? Feel free to go up there and you know what I'm saying? In times are hard right now. Please don't feel like you have to support if you know what I'm saying. If you are uneasy about your next job situation. But feel free to go up there and look at the benefits and, you know, see if there's anything that would fit your fancy on your pathway to support the content. Shout out to Marcus. LOL, one man trash is another man's treasures. Facts. Margaret, I see you. What's up? Classy. Yo, with the Windex, you think I'm joking. I was putting all the soap products that we had in the crib. I was putting it up on the bed. It is what it is. Mr. Wusa, welcome. Welcome to the party. Shout out to Pop Smoke. RIP. Let me see. Let me make sure I'll keep clapping, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. You know, people are gonna like you, people are not. You just gotta keep on doing your thing, but have confidence with it. You know what I'm saying? And then go from there. Shout out to Will. So you know more about muscle rub than the average brother. Muscle rub. I don't know what that means, bro. Muscle rub. I don't know what that is. Yo, Will, write down what does muscle rub mean. I don't know what that means, bro. I can't answer your super chat. So you know more about muscle rub than your average brother. I don't know. Write it down there, bro, and I'll look at it. Viscosity. Viscosity is legendary. Shout out to Hood Magic. Listen. It sounds a little bit too much like my undergrad experience. Listen, you got to get it how you are right now. There was something about my ego. I just couldn't ask for help ever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just couldn't. It just is what it is. What the hell? I don't know what's going on. Some interesting information about the MGTOW movement. Go ahead, post it down in there, Willie. Post it down in there. Kenneth, how are you? Even with the pandemic, do you think it's a good time to be owning a house? Yes. You know why? Because it's gonna end. That's why. Listen, let me tell you guys something. I got an undergrad in 2008. You see what I'm saying? If I had more money during that time, oh my God, right? I just got out of undergrad, so I was just establishing myself. Oh my God, if you bought housing back in 2008 up till like a month ago, oh shit, you come up, you're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x depending upon wherever you live at. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like also what I would have done at the same time, here's what I would have done. If I had more money at that time, I would have bought a duplex. Okay. I would have bought a duplex. I would have lived in one side and I would have charged rent on the other side. A lot of times when you do that, the rent that you charge on the other side will pay your own mortgage. They call that house hacking. Okay. Buy a duplex. Okay. Live in one side, charge on the other. It's called house hacking. Facts. All right, listen, I didn't see what Will demolish. Oh, wait, did he write something down in there? Will, I don't know what the muscle, you mean muscle up? Is that what you mean? One of my closest and trusted friends is Alpha from Cornell. He's actually my family attorney. Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole video on that. I think that it's important to talk about because my experience was insane. It was crazy. It was insane. You know what I mean? All right, guys, put a 1 down in the chat if you guys feel like we've sufficiently talked about. If you feel like we've sufficiently talked about and answered this question, put a 1 down in the chat. Put a 2 down in the chat. Plus another question. If there's another component of this story that you want me to hit. And also, too, I have an uncountable amount of videos that I could probably just react to right now. So we can also go there. Actually, I do have one video that I might play to go into the second hour. And then we can go from there. All right. All right, I've seen a lot of ones down in there. We've sufficiently answered that. Okay. Yeah, massage by Maja. What's up? She says, if you have a home, rent out a room. Yeah. As long as it's, you feel safe in doing so. Like me, I'm a Second Amendment right holder and protector. So, I have ways to protect myself that a lot of people may choose not to do. So you just never know from time to time, but it's good to always have an extra layer of protection, in my eyes, in my opinion. Okay. Salute again to Will. Did you join or pledge a BGLO? I guess the answer is in the perplexity. BGLO. What does that acronym mean, bro? What does that acronym mean? Write that down in there. While I'm checking what's going on. Listen, I had some folks that wanted to join the chat. Let me call out and see what they're doing right now. Maybe we can get them on. Maybe we can get them on, and we can continue the conversation. Yeah, Sam says I can't live with any stranger. Yeah, I know some people that do it, and they make a killing on Airbnb. And it's just another revenue source. You see what I'm saying? All right. While Will is writing that down in there so I can answer his. Will, you stay stumping me on your super chats, bro. Write that down there. Oh, Black Letter Greek. Yeah, I've never seen it in an acronym like that. Yeah, Alpha Phi Alpha is a historically Black fraternity. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look it up. It's the first one that was created. At a PWI, right? At a predominantly white institution. I went to Penn State for undergrad. Okay. I don't know if any of y'all knew that. I went to Penn State for undergrad. I did it there. The line that I crossed on, it was 2 of us. Now there's a lot larger lines. And they actually changed a lot of things up after my line had crossed because of what happened on my line. But that'll be in the story that I do at a later time. Here's another thing that I wanted to do tonight. Okay, how about this? I'll let you guys decide, and then I'll wrap this next part up, and then we'll go on to another topic. I had another video that I wanted to play in the show love with fellow content creator, Male Enlightenment TV. Or I wanted to give you guys a tour of my Robinhood account and show you guys how to use it. Okay? Let me know where you guys want to go. Now, let me tell you guys something. The video that METV does, you guys are going to want to see this video. You guys are going to want to see this video. Now, also, the Robinhood account is, we're going to talk finances. So I know some of you guys want to go finances to see how we do. And then some of you guys are going to want to go and see more content. But the video that I'm thinking about in my mind is about women. It's about sort of the war between men and women in its viewing. It's about 12 minutes long. I told them that I'd play it and we'll go from there. You see what I'm saying? And I want to go in on it. Okay. All right. I'm seeing a lot of METV down in there. Let's go show MET some love, support, and respect. I want you guys to understand his channel. Shout out to everybody that's down in the chat. Yeah. I was at main campus. Can I be an alpha as a senior student? I have 1 more semester left. Yeah, it just depends on where the organization on your campus or the graduate organization, and you know what they're recruiting for. You know, it just depends. Penn State, go Buckeyes! It is what it is, Sam. You see what I'm saying? All right, Lauren, peace. Take care. Take care. I saw. Thank you, Lauren, again for the $3.99 super chat. Salud. All right, listen. So we're gonna go into METV's video. I'll do Robinhood. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Okay, you guys are going to see this video. Let me go back down in there. If anybody has his email or contact information, well, I'm gonna go and bring up his video. Someone send him an email and be like, "Yo, MTR is going over your video right now." I would appreciate that. All right, let me bring it up over here. This shit is crazy. This shit had me like. All right, hold on. Let me bring it up. Let me see. There we go. Ha! Margaret, you stay here. You stay here. Okay. Margaret doesn't like to be involved in man talk. You see what I'm saying? All right, hold on. I'm bringing it up, guys. There it is. We got it. All right, I'm going to preface this video real quick. I'm going to say, hold on. Shout out to METV. Shout out to Black Ram. They do on, I believe it's on Sundays. It's called the Red Pill Perspective. And they join up together and they just roll out content. And it's usually 2 hours or so. And they do it at random times throughout Sunday. So feel free to go subscribe to them and put on the alerts. Just as I always say, in order to understand their content. I've been on their show twice. Had a fantastic experience both times. Actually, both of those times in their full totality is currently available on this channel. I was not on the live stream that I'm about to show you, but we're about to go in. All right, let me bring it up. Oh, sharing the wrong screen. Hold on. Let me reshare the right screen. Share screen, Chrome tab. Now the title of this video: in 2020, we reject our programming and break out of the Matrix. Oh, Rick Ross grunt. Oh. Let me put this on full screen. You guys ready? Let's get back in there.
So with that, basically, you guys have to understand that we have started a revolution. And what you guys have actually done is you have offended the overlords of your prisons, and now they're seeking to retaliate. They never expected you to become enlightened. You were never supposed to learn the truth. And the truth is basically it completely freed you from a prison. The reality that your entire life is a lie. Everything you have ever done, every relationship you have ever had, everything you were ever taught, everything you have ever believed is a lie. When you were young, you were dumped into an indoctrination camp called school, which taught you how to be a worker bee. It trained you to get a job and work for others. They told you how to follow rules, walk in line, obey the agents of the system. This indoctrination camp taught you all these things because it was the catalyst for the rest of the events that would take place in your life. So this place taught you how to live and to please your overlords who control your entire life until you die. Your overlords being the government, your supervisors, and your wife. All three of these entities work together to ensure that you never escape the plantation and that they are designed for you. Long ago, these three entities decided that you would basically design a society built on your back, right?
Whoa, wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to continue to let him heat up. He said the society has been made from your overlords. He said, what did he say? He said your boss. What did he say? He said your boss, your wife. What was the other one? Hold on, let me go back. Hold up.
The plantation, and that they are designed for you. Long ago, these three entities decided that you would basically design a society built on your back, right? You would build the society, you would protect it, and you would pay for the society, but you would never be able to enjoy it. All three of these entities would use you until there was nothing left. The government would use you to fight in wars and steal your money and taxes. The job or the supervisor would steal your time. And the more you were dedicated to the job, the less they would pay you.
All right. I see some comments. The government. We did a video on that earlier. The government. Your supervisor / your boss and your wife has been conspiring to hold you down, conspiring to drain who you are as a man. Okay, I'm gonna leave my thoughts for the end. We're gonna get into it. Okay, let's let the man speak. He's only heating up. Okay.
And then finally, your wife would shame you into basically alimony and child support. She would steal your children, and even take your house. There's a joke about that. They say, why are women like hurricanes? Because when they come in, they wet and wild, and when they leave, they take everything you have. Right? So, right? So this is the dance that you guys were supposed to do until your death. Our fathers and their fathers have lived this life. And why? Because the government, your supervisor, and your wife or your girlfriend, they all know the best prisons are invisible. The best slaves have no idea that they are in a prison because they're unable to see the bars. This is what these three entities had planned for you, gentlemen. However, you gentlemen have become the glitch in the matrix. You have made the mistake of recognizing that you live in a prison, and as a result, you have upset the balance of your overlords. You have upset the work overlords because you now understand that your job or career does not have any loyalty to you, and they will discard you the moment your employment is no longer beneficial to them. How many men have been fired from jobs they have invested time and energy into? Men have learned to no longer give their loyalty to the workplace because the workplace is not loyal to them. Men have become independent contractors. They do Uber, Lyft, Amazon Flex, YouTube, Fiverr, coding, graphics, truck driving, landscaping, investing, and many other things. They have walked away from the traditional work environment because it has proven to be a disloyal mistress. You have
It is proven to be a disloyal mistress. Okay. What else did he say? He said, you are tipping the balance of your overlords. Oh, Rick Ross grunt. Let's continue. He's heating up, ain't he? He's heating up. We're going to talk about it, though. We're going to talk about it. Let's go back.
Set the girlfriends and the wives who are also overlords because you have now learned the reality of who they are. You have learned that the BW, Snow Bunny, Chiquita Banana, they're not in love with you. They are not even motivated by love. They are motivated by resources and materials that you provide. You have learned and you now understand that even if you have taken her from extreme poverty, introduced her to a beautiful life where she is safe and cared for, you understand if a wealthy man or a more attractive, more successful man appears, none of those things you have done for her will ever matter, and she will leave you with absolutely no remorse. You have learned that all of your time, attention, devotion, gifts, love, and affection will never be enough because you will never make her happy. You have learned.
Oh, you will never make her happy. It's never good enough. Okay. It's all about survival, not love. Okay. Okay. It's not about it. I'm sure he has no girlfriend or wife. Maybe. The Chiquita Banana. That's a new one. That's a new one. METV is from Queens, by the way. He's from Queens, by the way. Salute to Queens. Salute to Queens. I grew up not too far away from Queens. You see what I'm saying? Salute. Oh, Pip in the building. Pip. Did I see some disrespect? Hold on. Let me go up there. And then we got to get back at Pip says, where's the tinfoil do-rag at? We get into conspiracy theories. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna touch on it today. Honestly, I was gonna have a conspiracy theory cast. That might be tomorrow. I invited anybody who wants to debate with me on that Louis Farrakhan video that I uploaded earlier this week. Come through tomorrow. Let's talk about it. Let's put on our tinfoil do-rags and caps and shit, and let's have a conversation. And salute to Will again for the $5 super chat. I didn't mean to offend you, brother. I pledge Kappa Alpha Psi, the oldest frat in the Divine Nine. That's not true, Will. Come on now. That's not true. It's not the oldest. Okay. Salute to you, though, bro. Appreciate you so much for the $5 super chat. It's not the oldest, though. Okay. All right, we're gonna get back in here. Okay, cool. We gotta show much more respect to our man's METV. Okay, brother Oheen.
That she is not ruled by morality and ethics. She is simply a creature of emotions and feelings. You understand that she is incapable of displaying true love and devotion for you, And when times are difficult, like you lose your job, fall on financial troubles, suddenly become sick, you will see at that moment that her loyalty was based on what you were able to provide. Her narcissism, sense of entitlement, and lack of accountability has taught you a universal truth. She is not worth the investment. She wants you to bring great credit scores. She wants you to bring a high level of education, a beautiful home, a beautiful vehicle. She wants you to have a six-figure income or greater with access to your bank accounts and credit cards. She wants you to buy her things and take her on vacations. She wants you to be in shape and attractive. You have to go to church. You have to be sensitive. You have to believe in feminism. And what do you get for all of that? You get a used up, beat up vagina that has no elasticity to it because hundreds of other guys have used it as their personal dump station.
Oh, Jesus. Shout out to METV for the creative, vivid illustration. What'd he say? A used up, right, with no elasticity. Wow. Wow. Now, I will say, I'm going to wait to the end to comment. What I will say is he's going in right now. He's going in. We're going to go back in there for just for a quick second. No elasticity. Just real quick, I will give you guys my from my experience and field experiments. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is what I've seen. One of the most structural, I'm gonna say it like this so I don't get demonetized. One of the most structurally fortified viscosities that I've had the opportunity in had not one but two kids. Facts. It blew my mind. I'm just like, whoa, what's going on here? This doesn't make sense to me. How is it? I don't know what was behind that. I don't know if you can get surgery to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just giving you my experience. Okay. I'm just talking with y'all as if you was right here. Okay. Yeah. That's just my experience. Okay. Now I usually don't go in it when it's that much baggage with it. But should happen. It happened. Okay. And yeah. What I've also noticed is that it's like irrespective to height, to using beat up. It's irrespective to height, it's irrespective to weight, it's irrespective to the viscosity is just there is a key to tell, and we'll get into it in a separate video of how you can tell viscous just by looking at them. Okay, we'll get into that separate video. And salute to everybody that's still in the chat with me, rocking with me on a subject that has nothing to do with the original topic, but it is what it is. We're gonna come through. Mr. Brown, salute to you, bro. I remember your comments, by the way, bro, on the Farrakhan video. I'm thinking tomorrow might be a mixture of the Robin Hood content mixed with let's talk about the Farrakhan video. But honestly, too, guys, like we have so much that we could talk about this week just based off of the content. Like even based off of my community posts, there's so many places that we can go because you guys are really interacting with me this week. And salute to the subscriber count. I don't know if y'all have seen it. We almost, hold on, let me see. Oh, shit. We just went up 30 during the last hour and a half. That shit is crazy. I don't know why YouTube is showing me love now as opposed to never before, but we're over 9,500, 10K fast approaching. Salute. Okay. Lauren says she had them naturally. I don't know what the equation was. All I know is, yeah, I was like, oh God, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't equate to anything that I've known before, but I've usually only messed with no kids. Okay. And I wasn't expecting much of anything. And I went in and the viscosity deserved love and respect. It did. It did. Okay. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Okay. I'm not going to lie to y'all. All right. Let's let's get back in the video. Let's go back in. Hold on.
The first 150 guys that have ejaculated in her.
God damn.
To use her up for free. But you, sir, you have to take her on dates and wait for 3 months and marry her. You get to stick your Johnson in a used vagina and get the residue of other men's ejaculate on your member. Every hole she has, 50 other dudes have stuck their Johnson, but not you. She is suddenly offended that you even suggested it. She brings you her bastard children from her deadbeat, criminal, uneducated, loser baby fathers. He's in prison or lives with his mother or one of his other baby mothers and does not contribute anything to raising their children. She left that part for you, though, gentlemen. You're going to pay for the clash trips, the clothes, the shoes, the babysitters, the toys, the events, the food, the transportation, birthdays, holidays, and many other important activities that require your money. However, the moment you seek to provide these bastard children with discipline or constructive criticism, that used up thought, her garbage baby daddy and her bastard children.
Hold on. Shout out to the chat. Yo, y'all are killing me. Margaret says this rant is surprisingly specific. Damn. Listen, Kevin says pay Ferrari price for a Pinto. Listen, when we talk about the economic dating value out there, I think that I think that there's a component of his speech that he's just illustrating for you a potential reality. And this potential reality is something that hit my mind when I hit red pill, rage. Okay, that's what I hit. I hit a lot of what he was talking about. And when you start to do the math in your head and you're like, oh, that's why she asked me that. That's why she wanted me to do that. That's why this, that's why that. And then wait a minute. I did that not understanding her her dating value in the economic marketplace. Instead, I jumped in without getting the Carfax, without reading the data. Shit, I was ignoring the data. I was ignoring it. Listen, any decision you make, if you're not making the decisions based off of the information that is in around you, and you're just going off of blind faith, okay, you have the opportunity to get the rug ripped out from under you. Okay, shout out to Male Alignment TV. He's just explaining it in a very specific and highly illustrative way. Shout out to everybody down in the building real quick. All right. Shout out. Hold up. Dion. 10K. Let's get it. Let's get that 10K. All right. That's crazy. Sheldon, I am so sorry. Okay. Sheldon's been asking me for months to check out Chronicles of Judah. You know what I think? I went over to his page and I checked it out, and I felt like the content was super long or something. It was something, and I was just like, I'll just wait. But that was months ago. Okay. I appreciate you, my G. Sheldon, as always. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's get back down into the chat real quick. Let's acknowledge Super Chat, Mr. Johnny Van Johnson, back down in here again. All right. Make sure we acknowledge you. There were some nuggets of truth within that rant, but man has definitely been hurt by a bad woman. He's talked like he's still in a fog of rage. Thank you so much, Johnny, for the $5 super chat. We'll talk about it at the end of it. We'll talk about that as well. But yeah, he's highly illustrative and very specific. Brother Oheen is. You see what I'm saying? However, I think that there's a degree of healthiness in describing it like this. But what I struggle with is when you have a platform and you are communicating it to that degree to people who are listening to you, often what you find is a unwillingness to balance this information. So they take this information and they run with it, and they become consumed by it. They are consumed to the degree that they can't, there's no happiness within it because they're dwelling in the what if, the what coulds. You see what I'm saying? But we'll get back in there. But thank you, Johnny, so much for the $5 super chat. Okay. Let's get back down in it. Okay.
She brings you her debt from school, her credit cards, her store cards, her car note, her car insurance, her rent, her light bill, and her cable bill, and the list goes on. She doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, she fails to take care of her children properly, and the more you take care of her, the less she respects you. She wants you to have your life in order so she can bring you all of her problems and her used up vagina. Because you now understand who she really is, you have walked away from dating, relationships, cohabitation, marriage, and even children. Your understanding of her true nature has taught you that the modern woman is a terrible investment. There's absolutely no benefit from it. The modern woman has nothing.
The modern woman is a terrible investment. There's nothing for men. Put a 1 down in the chat if you guys agree with Brother Oheen. Male Enlightenment TV. Put a 1 down in the chat if you agree. Put a 2 down in the chat if you feel like there's some benefit. Shout out to Lauren for coming back in the building. We still here, Lauren. So glad I'm back. That dude was hurt. He's spilling his guts. Lauren, stop laughing. Okay, we don't need the laughing emojis. All right. I think that it's fantastic content, right? And I think it's fantastic content that needs to be said. And he's doing it in a very creative way. Okay. Is someone in my shit disliking my video? Or are you talking about Brother Oheen? What are you talking about? People disliking my video? Guys, go back over there and hit the like button on the chat. I can't see the likes from StreamYard, but go in there and hit the like for me. Abe says yes. Abe, I think you wrote something else earlier. I forgot to touch on it. I wanted to touch on it. You said something to the effect that women harbor the DNA of men. That's actually not true, bro. I did a whole video on it. Shout out to, what's my man's name? Coach Greg Adams. Greg Adams. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. I did a video because he talked about that. And I've seen like random people on the internet talk about this harboring of DNA. It's actually not true. They're reading a tabloid article. They're not reading the peer-reviewed source of it. And they're ignoring key portions of that peer-reviewed source that say that the scientists don't know how the microchimerism is actually working. I did a whole video on it. Look back in the catalog to see my response to it. We got a lot of ones down in there. Okay, we got a lot of ones down on in there. Okay, think that there's no benefit to women. There's no benefit to the modern woman. Okay, Kenneth said, as the chick is terrible, stop debating with her how poor she is and bounce. Men are treating women like daughters. That needs to stop just as much as women who treat men like sons. That needs to stop as well. Okay. I got family members who treat men in their life like sons. And the man is not doing man shit. Never has done man shit. But, you know, She liked him, and then she wanted to help grow him or help build him, whatever that shit is. It was a complete waste of her time, but she chose to do it anyway. Okay, goes on both sides of the coin. Healthy people should bang with healthy people. Okay, healthy people should bang with healthy people. Okay. Non-healthy people, I mean, you just got to understand, know and understand and respect the amount of time that it can take to build someone up. Why do that? Okay. Life's short. Let's get back down in the video.
Could possibly want. Some who may say sex, but let's be honest, with the CDC reports about the rise of HIV cases amongst women, the increase of herpes cases, gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia, knowing that over 100 men have ejaculated in her mouth, on her face, in her anus, in her vagina. Is this really something you want to deal with? Do you really want to take that gamble? I guarantee
100. 100. 100. 100. Is his estimates correct? Leave a 1 down in the chat if you feel like his estimates are correct of the modern woman. Let's take the age range of 30. No, let's do 28. 28. 100 bodies? Does that seem right? Put a 1 down in the chat if that seems correct. Put a 2 down in the chat if you feel like it's less than 100. Put a 3 down in the chat if you think it's more than 100. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay. JT Cabot says 1. Okay. We're there. 100 sounds okay. Margaret says, excuse me while I vomit in my mouth. 100 doesn't sit well with Miss Margaret. Okay. O'Shea White. 70. 70 for a 28-year-old. Quincy says, I count 100. Mr. Brown says 1. Okay. So that means he thinks it's 100. Wash Gamer Channel says it's 1. So he thinks it's 100. Sam says it depends. It depends. Who the heck is he talking about? Malcolm says bro sounds hurt. 100. 100. Sheesh. Sheesh. That's what I say to that. It's a lot. Who the heck is he talking about? Sam says 2. Okay. Kenneth says, I couldn't do that, man. The nightmares of 100 women I never cared about. How asinine. Oh, my God. Past the Prozac. Holy crap. 1 is very possible. I've definitely met women that were 100 deep. Definitely. 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 Here's my response to that very specific point of 100. Because that's very specific. 100. He said through the viscosity, through the mouth. Ew. Nasty. Nasty. Here's what I say with that. Here's what I say to that. If you were to ask me, do I believe that of the co-host that I had come on this show? No. No. I don't. I don't. And the reason for that is I don't associate, at least in my mind, I don't associate with those that value their body or their insides or them as a person like that. Okay. Are there women out there with 100 plus? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've met them. I've met them. Do I think my co-hosts that come through are 100 deep? No. Nope. I don't. I don't. Let's see what you guys are saying real quick. And then we're gonna get into the rest of METV. Go over there, show him some love. Let me show you guys something real quick. Okay. You see this? Like on the video. Hold on, where's my mouse at? Like on the video. And you see that down there? I don't know if you can see my arrow. You see that subscribe button with the goddamn bell? That's what I did. Okay. You turn the alerts on. Okay. You show them respect. Okay. That's what you do. Let's see what you guys are saying real quick, and then I'll get back into the video. XXX Depression. I feel like that's how you say it. Party girls for sure. Yeah, I've met them. We're gonna do a video. Like, honestly, guys, like the video that I did earlier this week about can a man say no to sex from Big Money Badger when he's infield, reporting from South Beach. He did another video recently, and that video, and I already recorded it. I just got to edit it and then upload the shit. We have heat coming throughout the month. Heat. Okay. I think most of the women in that one have the 100 bodies. For the question that he's asking, I don't want to get into it. Wait for the video. Okay. Let's talk about it. Ratchet outnumbers the classy ones. This is the thing. You know, this is an important point. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Appreciate you, bro. This is the thing. If the majority of you guys that put one down into the chat that say yes, 100, you may be associating with the wrong women. Let me repeat that. Of the ones that put one down in the chat, you may be associating with the wrong women. Okay. Here's how I was reminded off of that is when I think about the video that I just did off of Big Money Badger, when I said that like most of those women probably have 100. Like the way that they were talking about the particular subject that they were talking about, I would never have no one around me that talks the way that they do, that conceptualizes life the way that they do. I would never have them around ever. It's a risk to me. We don't talk about that often. The more risky people that you have around you, the more that you are at risk. Kind of the old adage of, you know what I'm saying? Your parents saying, who you about to go hang out with? Oh, Ricky? Don't go hang out with Ricky. That's bad people. As grown men, in order to protect your energy, you have to look around you and make sure that you are not banging with risky people. Right? You're not banging with risky people. Now, there's risky women out there too. You see what I'm saying? And if they ratchet, if they have a mindset that is not worthy of your energy, they are more apt to 100 bodies. Facts. Shout out to Margaret, 40 years old, not a 40 body count, just to clarify. There it is. However, Margaret, you always got to divide by 3 with ladies. Okay. Whatever they tell you, multiply it by 3. Okay. That puts you at about 120. Salud. Mr. Brown says, great point. You're right, bro. Jermaine World says, yo, can I call in and talk? We'll see. Let's get through the red pill video. We're already 2 hours and 15 minutes in. So like I'll probably have to end it soon, and then we'll maybe do another video tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see, bro. Okay. Not true. Classy. Yeah, no. I think, yeah. No. Here's the thing. How do you define classy? Because that's an arbitrary word that you're using to describe somebody. I'm not saying that they don't lie about the body count. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is 100? You're going to tell me 100 for all of them at that age? You know, I don't. That's 100's a lot, bro. 100. And I'm not saying the classy ones, yeah, you know, but that's the same thing. Like there's a such thing as a classy ratchet. Okay. There's a such thing as a classy ratchet. Okay. But they're fake classy. Okay. The classiness is just an outward appearance. It's just an outward appearance. Okay. But their mindset is trash. You don't want a relationship with that mindset behind the closed curtains, behind the iron curtains. You do not want that mindset. So if you define that mindset as classy, then you got to re-engineer your base of what classy is. Because that's not classy to me. No matter what she wears, no matter what she looks like, no matter how she walks, that's not classy to me. Okay? That's not classy to me. Do I know some that's past 100? Yes. I've said that before. Yes. I know some. But that's not classy to me. React with Flash says, my ex was classy in public. Behind closed doors, she was giving them peace sleeve like for charity. We say viscosity over here, React. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. But the classy in the public is a perception based off of what she thought that she should do for the outward appearance. And them ex too, you know, based on her public perception, her public appearance, well, like what I would see that she would be like, I would just be like, yo, she handles herself well. And I would appreciate her being around my dudes. And then we'll all like get together and just like be kicking it and be cool. But like in knowing the extra amount of data, it's not classiness. It's fake classy. They're lying. They're lying. And which is why, like at the top of this cast, we started talking about the 6 months. You don't even know her at 6 months. You don't even know her at 6 months. You don't know who she actually is. You don't know who she actually is. You don't know. You don't know. So you could be funding BS. But that's why I say do it with conditions, depending upon what you're able to give. Conditions based on the data points. Okay? Off of the data points. Let's get back in it.
None of you men would feel comfortable drinking from the same glass as one of these chicks. So I'm sure you're very worried when you think about placing your Johnson. She knows that you know who she is, and you are no longer willing to be that simp. You are no longer willing to be free food. You are no longer looking to for a girlfriend or a wife. You will not allow a woman into your home, and if you do have sex with them, it's going to be some of the safest sex in history. No romance, no chivalry, love, and under no circumstances will you ever trust her. All of this brings us to the government, who is really furious that you have walked away from the plantation. Your slavery is the way that they made deals. They borrow against your life and make future deals based on your servitude. They need you in a slave wage position. They need you married. They need you in debt. They definitely need you making children to replenish the plantation with new slaves. And you guys have been failing in all of these responsibilities. All three of these entities, government, women, and work.
Hold on. I gotta talk about this real quick. His government portion of the rant was this big. The woman portion was salute to METV. Salute to you, bro. Also want to acknowledge some of the super chats that's coming in. Mr. Brown, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my G. The ones who are not overt trainers of energy, the ones that are not overt trainers of energy. I think that he means they are not overtly an understanding on the benefits of energy and do not have unnecessary masculine energy. Okay, is how I define classy in this discussion. The ones who are not overt trainers. Trainers is a weird word for me. I'm trying to understand what he's getting at. Overt. Oh, drainers. Sorry. I try to check everything as gospel. I feel like if you send a super chat, you've probably spell checked it. Okay. So the ones who are not overt drainers of energy. Facts. And the ones who do not have unnecessary masculine energy, high in their degree of femininity, is how we'll define classy in this discussion. I'd also like to enter, I don't know if you mean by this, but enter in the body count is the least compromised. Let's leave it there. I'd also like to add that one on as well. Salute, Mr. Brown. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I think that those are good parameters. I see you. Promiscuity can be indicative of a deeper issue. Yes. But how does body count equal worth? The higher the body count, the less in worth in the dating marketplace for men versus women. Men care about body count. We're high degree of ego. We want to own our earth. We want to own our territory. It's different from women. Women don't care about a woman's body count. Why is that a factor? Oh, I just described that. How does this arbitrary number make anyone a good or bad person? I don't think it defines good or bad, but in the dating marketplace, it takes things out and put things in which would, on the economic scale of dating value, you'd have to take into account. If she's a 9 on the looks, 9 on the body, you know what I'm saying? Cooks, cleans, all that shit, but she has 100 body count, it reduces her 9. It reduces. It does. Now, a dude that is a 9 on the bank account, a 9 on the looks, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything else that y'all care about? Is there anything else? But if they are 9 in those categories and he has 100 body count, he's still a 9. He's still a 9. He is still a 9. Salute to the good man. Oh, shit. Good man with the 20. $1 super chat. Salute, my G. I would never invalidate the experience of any man following this content. We've seen some subscribers here call in and state their experience, and the natural reaction of the women in the chat has, oh shit, did he do something else? Oh shit. Always been, you should change the woman you associate with. Are we just bad at vetting women? I think he's what he's trying to say. Or is there too much of a subsection of women within women who are just trash? Oh, shit. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is a great question right here. Let me go back in there just to make sure that we all level set. I would never invalidate the experience of any man following this content. We've seen some of the subscribers here call in and state their experiences, and the natural reaction of women in the chat has always been, does he mean of women? Of women in the chat has always been, you should change the women you associate with. I think he means natural reaction of the men in the chat has been that you should change the women that you associate with. Are we just bad at vetting women? Or is there too much as a subsection of women within women who are just trash? This is a fantastic question. This is a absolutely fantastic question. Thank you so much, good man, for this question. I'm gonna go into this question. We're gonna answer this question from my perspective. It's both. It's both. Okay. And I hate to be one of these, like, give you a both kind of answer. At least it's not a it depends answer, but it's both. Listen, guys, I get a lot of emails from dudes within dating situations and relationships. I get, we've had different folks on the channel. We've talked through all of this shit. One thing that is clear is we let femininity and attractiveness smoke screen us to a point where we don't care about the data. We ignore the data. We ignore the red flags. We ignore the signs. Not enough men have been equipped with the knowledge of how to select correctly. Let me repeat that. Not enough men have been equipped with the knowledge of how to select correctly. You see what I'm saying? We haven't done that enough. That's why these channels exist. Okay? These channels exist because you go through a heartbreak and you go up on Google, the #1 search engine in the world. Okay? Guess what the #2 search engine in the world is? YouTube. Guess who owns YouTube? Google. And you say, why did she leave me? You know who's at the top of that list, at least right now? From like 2017 onward? Red pill dating coaches. Red pill dating coaches. And then you start to get indoctrinated into the idea of nature. You start to get indoctrinated to the idea that the things that your mom has taught you, because the majority of you, the men that's in this chat, black men that's in this chat, had a mother raising them. The idea of what she told you was her altruistic, this is what I would have wanted. These are the things that I like. If I take a look back at it, but she won't give you the real. She may or may not give you the real. So you prescribe to her ideas. Let's not also forget how media tries to place in front of you how you should treat women. I got a video I'm gonna go over at some point. Maybe I'll play it in this live stream of a cartoon that we all know that from the clip that I'm going to show you will paint a picture of how they are trying to tunnel vision you on how to treat women as a man, and it's completely wrong. It's completely wrong. I say all that to say there's a lot of y'all, okay? There's a lot of y'all that don't understand what are the things that you have to look out for. What are the data pieces that you have to collect to understand the value, to understand the worth? Multiplied with, if you look at the women today, right? You look at how they are validated. You go on any of these pages on Instagram and the social media, you look at the ways that they are validated. It's gross. There's way too many of them that will go up on all these pages and validate and heart eyes and kissy eyes. Then they get all this goddamn validation and their head blows up. And then they expect from you these things that they see in social media, which is not reality. It's just contrived reality based off of contrived reality. Okay. So it's a lot of that. It's also a subsection of women within women who are just trash. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's on us. If she's trash, you should know the things that you should be doing to understand she's trash, understand the value, and remove it. The accountability is on you. The accountability is on you. So while there might be this other trash that's happening, this other affirmation and validation culture that's happening, you put a picture of an areola picture where your insides on social media, and then you get more love and likes out of that photo from, these dudes who spend time validating, not focusing on their why, not focusing on their purpose. Okay. Meanwhile, we understand. We understand from our perspectives. Okay. So I put it on y'all. I put it on each and every one of you. You know why? Because I'm an accountability taker. Okay. I will take accountability all day for what I had to do in my piece of the puzzle. For my situation that I became red pill over, I ignored the red flags because to me, she was a baddie. She was a baddie. Okay. And I ignored some very obvious shit. Then I look back on it and I'm like, Why did I ignore that? Take your own accountability. Take your own accountability. Salute to good man. That was a fantastic question. You almost shut the show down on that goddamn question, bro. You almost shut the shit down. I gotta get back and re-respect my man, Male Enlightenment TV. You see what I'm saying? Oh shit! I got my boy in the building. You know who it is, baby boy. Yo, my G, I'm gonna send you a link. Maybe we should conclude this talk. I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on the live. I feel like we've been going an incredible long time already. That's my boy right there for y'all that don't know. I think it'll be interesting to have a new perspective, a new male audience perspective. Salud, my G. I'm gonna play this video over here in a second, and then we'll talk about getting you on. I'm gonna text you right now, bro. Let me just I gotta see at the bottom of the chat. I haven't been looking at the bottom of the chat. Hold on, MTR is right on this. Let me see what else is going on in the chat. I want to include you guys. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot. Yo, you guys are lighting up the chat right now. You guys are lighting up the chat right now. Damn. Y'all ain't not even listening to me. Y'all have y'all have your own conversation. It is what it is. I feel like it's getting dark in here. Hold on, let me turn this on real quick. Turn it up. Yeah, that's good right there. Okay. Let's get back into the chat. Okay.
Are now faced with the day that they all feared and hoped would never come. Gentlemen, we are all now awake. We see everything for what it is, and we are opting for freedom. They raised you to give all your resources to women through presents, dating, marriage, family, child support, alimony, and cohabitation. And you have all walked away from that. They wanted you trapped in a job for 30 to 40 years where there was no hope of advancement and very little in appreciation or a raise. And you are walking away from that. You're not buying houses or new cars or getting loans or new credit cards. You no longer believe in government and now understand it works against you. You guys are now.
Wait, hold on. I gotta bring this part back real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Let's bring it back real quick.
Trapped in a job for 30 to 40 years where there was no hope of advancement and very little in appreciation or a raise. And you are walking away from that. You're not buying houses or new cars or getting loans or new credit cards. You no longer believe in government and now understand it works against you. You guys are now awake, and all three entities are fully aware that you are. So they are seeking to gain back control. Women are entering the Senate and the House of Representatives because they understand men are not getting married or dating or having children. You can't steal their resources that way. So they want to impose new laws that will force you to give it up through social programs and higher taxes. Now you have so many programs where they are begging men to come back to traditional workforces because these systems are falling apart without men. Finally, Governor Ralph Northam of Virginia has declared war against the men of Virginia and is pushing for gun confiscation laws, which is essentially designed to disarm the people because he wants to impose government will on the men in Virginia. And they will have no means to fight back. Governor Ralph Northam understands he cannot control people with means of fighting back. So he wants this law so he can take your property and resources by force. He wants soldiers to walk into your house with absolutely no fear and take your property and resources in the name of government. Why? Because men are no longer participating in this system. Government and women have run up the bill and they are unable to pay for it. So they need you back on the plantation to pay for it. Men are not participating in this system and they are destroying government industry. Is basically the fact that men are.
Hold on. Now, mind you guys, now here's the thing. I tried to actually react to this video and I couldn't because I found it really hard to pause the video and stop METV on his flow. But mind you, we're 12 minutes into the video. He was going off for all 12 minutes. Like, look at Black Ram in this discussion. Hold on. Let me go back real quick. Look at Black Ram. Look, he did like that. Wow. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen, no, Black Ram has not said nothing in this discussion. MET was, in fact, going off. Black Ram like this. I feel him though, because you can't stop a locomotive. Okay. You can't stop a locomotive. Okay. Male Enlightenment TV is the LIRR right now. That stands for the Long Island Railroad. Okay, for all my non-New Yorkers. Okay, it's a locomotive. Let's get back in.
And they are destroying government, industry. Is basically the fact that men are not participating in the system means they're destroying government, industry, and business. And they need a way to force you guys back on the plantation. Men have destroyed the diamond industry, the holidays, marriage industry, the fashion industry, the car industry, the education industry, and many other consumer industries. Gentlemen, Governor Ralph Northam's move is one of desperation because men are killing U.S. markets by simply not participating. Removing our guns is what they hope will force us back to the plantation. So my question is, gentlemen, in 2020, is this the start of the second Civil War? Well, damn.
Well, damn. Listen, he said, is this the start of the Civil War, the new Civil War? Let's finish out the video real quick. It's like 20 more seconds left. We'll see what else they have to say. Hold on.
What the hell just happened? Did y'all witness that? Man, I ain't got nothing to say behind that. Down the damn. Ooh, man. Man, go on and read them super chats, man.
Oh, man.
Get out of here.
Black Ram left. Black Ram left. Yo, salute again to METV. When you Google or search for his name in YouTube, type in Male Enlightenment TV. You know what I'm saying? In order to see his additional content. Now let me see what you guys are talking about down in the chat real quick. You guys, what are y'all even talking about? Oh, METV got the chat angry. Waiting for Black Ram to fall out the chair. Well, listen, he left out the chair. You know what I'm saying? Massage by Miles. You men are concerned about body count. Well, how much is too much? Can y'all answer that, or are you scared? Oh, 5 is too much. Oh, y'all going in right now. I didn't know it was a body count topic going in right now. 5 is, listen, bro. That's by the time they're 20. By the time they're 25 is probably average. I'll keep it funky with you. Hashtag body count matters. Listen. I'm gonna need evidence, data, and statistics for what this TV man is saying because he sounded a little bit too alternative facts for me. Here's the thing. I'm gonna conclude this idea on the end of the video. I know I've been talking throughout the video. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think that again, it's very important that we hear different perspectives that drive out a different idea of thinking. Absolutely. However, wrong, right, indifferent, how much you agree, how much you disagree, what your belief systems are, I think that it's very important. Here's the idea of the message that I don't agree with. Okay. Here's the idea of the message I do not agree with. I don't agree with the idea that everyone is against us, Black men. Okay. I don't agree with that. And I think that that can be potentially damaging. Why? Okay. I think a lot of what goes into the idea that there's structures in government and things put in place in order to make your life shitty. I don't know. I can't agree with that, right? I don't think that, I think people can take advantage of where they are at and the laws that are given to them and the this and the that. I think people can do that. Absolutely. And they will do that if given the opportunity. What I say on the channel all the time, absolute power absolutely corrupts. Facts. I will absolutely give you that. But to think that the three entities that he talks about are conspiring to make your life shitty, I can't agree. Okay. I don't think that they're conspiring. Similar to this, and thinking about the conspiracy or the conspiring, however you want to call it, is thinking back to that Louis Farrakhan video. That if they can't kill you, if they haven't been able to kill you, they're going to attempt to feminize you. And we use the government, we use this, we use that, we use all of these kind of conceptualized ideas of they. And I've seen a lot of y'all comments trying to specify they. And my response to that is, do you really think that all of those people were trying to once kill you, and now because they can't kill you, they're going to try to feminize you? But that needs to be a discussion at a whole other date. It might actually be tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not decided yet. We'll see. I got a really busy day tomorrow, actually. Okay. All right, what's going on to the chat? Guys, we're 2 hours, 45 minutes in. I didn't think we are going to be here for this long, honestly. Okay. What y'all talking about? The fuck? Yo, y'all are going in. Yo, you know what this tells me? Is that we should have an entire conversation about body count. We should have an entire conversation about body count. Video Sensei says that's what, yes, Margaret, companies market towards younger people for a reason. And when they can't feminize you, they try to stick a fake charge on you. Yo, y'all are going in right now. The body count talk will go nowhere. I'd rather talk about the validity of what this guy is talking about. We as men tend to explore more once we're older. Yo, y'all are going in right now. When did the slut mentality become a norm? Sheesh. You guys are going in right now. Male enlightenment is going in. Yes, people are better today, so government are creating problems out of thin air in order to increase and maintain global presence. Yeah, that's a big point right there. You know, a lot will say that's the founding of the Democratic Party, of what they've convinced black people to believe in. They create issues. They'll tell you that you're down and out. Let me help you. It's like they create problems to fix problems. They create problems to get votes. Okay. That's a large component of, you know, some of these new arguments that you hear in order to enlighten. Okay. Guys, listen, I think we're done here today. Okay. 2 hours and 45 minutes of content. Listen, I think I'm gonna do another one. Same time. Let's say 8-ish tomorrow. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow, but like, come through and let's have a conversation. Okay, come through and let's talk about it. Salute again to the original question at the top of the hour. Should you pay for her now that she's going through it? Conditions. Make conditions. Okay? Make conditions. Salute to METV. Appreciate the content. Okay? That round out the back half of the conversation. I appreciate each and every one of you. Got to get out of here, though. Okay? Got work to do. All right. All right, guys. I know you guys are still down there talking, okay? But I gotta go. when I cut this off, it cuts you all off. I believe it is. Okay. Salute to everybody that came down into the chat. Again, thank you to all that came through and threw up a super chat. There's too many of y'all to name. Thank y'all so much for showing the love. Thank y'all so much for coming through to yet another Red Cup Talk. You know what? It means the world to me to know that even when I don't have a guest here, y'all still coming through and y'all banging with the words that are coming out of my mouth in the community that we're building. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. One time for the one time. Salud, salud, salud. Until next time, YouTube.